the resident of the 6th president, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. The police, as you've seen, stormed this area heavily armed. Some are parked there, I don't know if you've seen. Another big horde is parked that side. But they are here to attempt to search his premises. The lawyer will give us a brief. They say they want the former First Lady, but this is the premises of the president. And like I gave a background, when you are investigating the president and his spouse, the president has immunity. So, Council, please give us an update of what has happened. Honorable Makebi Zulu.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the police are here. They claim they have a warrant to search the property. And in order to circumvent, or at least try to circumvent, the immunity that the former president enjoys, they purported to issue the same in the name of the First Lady. The owner of this premises is the former president, who enjoys certain privileges under the law. And he has made it abundantly clear that if it's him they want, they should be able to say so. And he'll make himself available. As things stand, any breach into his premises compromises his immunity, because they will purport to be searching in the name of the wife when actually they're having access to his property. So in this particular case, whatever the issue of the search is, they can simply say so, and we will make the same available to them, if at all it is on the premises. But as things stand, it is abundantly clear that there's an attempt to circumvent his privileges as former president of the Republic of Zambia. Prior to this, there's certain information that has been reaching him to the extent that there's an intention to come here. But perhaps the police thought it would be ingenious of them to come to this place. We were talking to the officers there. They even had the guards to say, as a matter of fact, the property is not in his name. So in that particular case, why don't they issue the search warrant in the name of the owner of the property? Why have they issued it in the name of the person they know is not on, the owner of the property? So we have engaged them and told them if at all they wanted the First Lady, whatever the issue of the investigation is, she has never refused to appear before any investigative wing, and to make her available, because they can't come to a conclusion before they hear her side of the story, whatever issue of investigation may be. So that's the position that they are at.
Will you confirm that the search is all about Aranex, Allion, and the photo vehicle belonging to?
That's what they say they are looking for, Alex, which I'm sure anyone can have. And to suggest that the First Lady could have stolen an Alex or any vehicle that is that small is very insulting. But in any event, we are of the view that this is merely intended to embarrass the former First family, and it should not be so. It should not be so. Let's follow the law. Let's do what we ought to do under the law, and ensure that procedures and processes are followed, instead of embarrassing both the state and the former First family.
Well, but prior to this search, was there any summon upon the First Lady to respond to the same queries?
No, there was no.
And who's the complainant?
There was no summon whatsoever. They are yet to tell us who the complainant is in relation to whatever matter they've come for. And it is what we're telling them to say, you have jumped the gun. Whatever issue that you're investigating, you've heard the other side. Call her. Let her give her side. Then make up your mind thereafter as to whatever step you need to take. And if at all you need anything, which may be in her possession, she will be able to make it available to you.
Well, Council, I would also like you to educate us, because we are aware that the former head of state enjoys his immunity. Does that also fall on the former First Lady?
Well, the property belongs to the former president of the Republic of Zambia, who has a wife. So for purposes of securing his immunity and his right, they cannot issue one in that regard, in the same way that they can't have her speak against him. So the immunity that he enjoys, his place of abode, is considered to be his, and it's obviously immune. Otherwise, anyone can come and say, okay, we've come to search, and the search warrant is in the name of the garden boy, and we'll have access to the property. We will not do that, and that was not the intention of the law. The intention of the law was to secure a former president from prosecution, which starts from investigations. And if this constitutes part of the investigations, then the immunity obviously prevails. And since it's not even directed at him, not that if it was directed at him it would have been successful, he has the right to say you cannot come and claim his immunity. So he has pleaded his immunity over this property, and they will not have access to it.
Are you going to take any action?
No, it's for them to take action. He has asserted his privilege. So if at all they want to have access, they know the procedure. Let them go to Parliament. Let them lift the immunity, and then they'll have access. Yeah.
Thank you, Council. Let me restate our earlier position. That's why I gave a historical perspective. We have a tendency to forget. Yeah. We have a tendency for history to repeat itself. In the case of former President Dr. Frederick Chiluba, he was being investigated, including his wife. His premises could not be searched because husband and wife live together. You cannot do one without affecting the other. The rights of the former president would have been affected. The state had to wait for Chiluba's immunity to be lifted for them to conduct a search at his premises. So if the police intend to be lawless, they intend to break the law, let's witness, because we hear the threatened that it doesn't matter if he has immunity or not, because they are looking for the former first lady, they will go in the premises. So let's witness.